Oh, what's up, world? Millionaire Mission. Milkman, Mr. Milktastic, back at you with another episode, splashing in the fishbowl. Here we go. So, adulting. If you got time or you got Audible, even just on YouTube, you can Google a letter to the devil, something, an interview with the devil. I think it's an interview with the devil. And in this book, you will hear the devil say that one of his main tools is to get us to float. And when I say float, it means it's like you're just going along with the motions. You're not really like, the rudder. I think that's the rudder on the boat. Like you turn it left, right, it controls like a little piece, but it controls the big boat. So like you got to have some direction, some goals, and some type of focus in life. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like y'all, if you heard story time, then you know what's going on. If not, go back and look at story time. Then you'll be updated and see what's going on with the baby and my lady. I'm not talking too much on my life. I would just say this much: in having sex, all is well and it's fun and all that there, but make sure you scrapping up because you don't want to have a child from the wrong person, i.e., somebody you don't know. Because they might turn out to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if they worship the devil? What if they're a witch? What if they on some evil, demonic shit? And you didn't know this because, hey, a pretender can pretend for a while. They can trick you for a little while, you know what I mean? Make you think hey, an angel from heaven the whole time, straight witch, straight demon. So, just try to scrap up. And if you want to have kids, make sure you really get to know that person and where they head at, if they like to work or if they don't like to work, or if they like the bays or if they don't like the bays, or if they narcissistic and claim everybody else narcissistic. It's just you never know what you're getting into once you talk about bringing a life into this world. But once the life is here, I would just say this much: as men, do all that you can to be a part of that child's life. Yeah. Other than that, life has been great. I can't believe the experience I had at the couples retreat when we got the massage and the VR reality. I'm trying to figure out some more interesting things that I can get into out here because life is good and it's not meant to just work, and die. And everybody wants to be a content creator. I'm here creating content for you right now, but it doesn't pay any of my bills. So I'm not just going to sit on my laurels and depend on other people. I'm going to get up and work and still make the content. I haven't been reading with y'all because life. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wanted to get my mind a little bit better and more clearer on my goals, my direction, so I can get back to plotting, planning, and executing all the goals and making it happen. But yeah, we here now. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, y'all just stay focused, stay prayed up, keep being adults. Yeah, don't be childish. Be adults. Take baths, stay clean, and yeah, life is good. Life is good. It's just not meant to be living and then dying. No. You gotta do things with life. You gotta get out here and enjoy yourself. Don't let nothing throw you off from that. But we're gonna get right into it. Judges, chapter 7. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think that is a trick of the devil to get me to feel like my life's so stressed out that I can't get into the word because I need to get my life in order. But no, the word will help me get my life in order. So no matter what's going on, I'm gonna continue to jump in God's word and get some of that in me daily, because me getting away from it is like getting to what the devil wants. He want me to just drift. Don't think about anything in particular, anything focused. Yeah, and just like that, the live will get interrupted. Nobody calls when you're not doing anything. It's when you start doing stuff. What? That they call, and now I'm distracted. I don't even know what door they said or nothing. Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead. Yeah. So I don't know what these people even came for? They came from around the corner trying to get a doctor right now. He just called me with one, but I'm so distracted with y'all this time. I forgot what he said. He said 9 today. He said 9. Yeah, pulled up to make a drop, and I was like, you know what? It's been too long, too many days. I've been going and not jumping in the word and giving y'all some of the words. I ain't gonna try to not neglect y'all no more. Also, I'll be trying to get some interesting content. Since everybody content creators, gotta get you the right content, right? Something you want to see. I ain't seen no comments about what town or what city I can come to and do something interesting in. So if you're here and you're watching, hopefully you subscribe. But if not, you can go ahead and let me know what town, what city you in, and what kind of activities y'all got in that town and city. And I will make sure I try to stop through and do whatever activity. Y'all jump in the comment section. I'll let you know the prices and the level of fun that you can have at that place. You feel me? We will be back to the Bible reading in just a second here. But I have to get on the dough because we need more money on their back. For sure, for sure. And it's been so hot lately. It's been a hot mess out here, like 106 or more. It's been very hot out here. So we can't let the devil stop us, or no witches, or no demons stop us from reading God's good word. Which is, we not gonna let nobody stop us. Not no distractions or nothing. Okay? I gotta take a picture of the tire because the damn recap is trying to come off. So we're gonna take a good picture of that so they can see that the recap is fucked up. So it was a little bit messed up earlier. I seen the recap lifting up, but now it done ripped off. So now got to take a picture of that and send that to the spot. Yeah, we're gonna send that to the spot. You heard me? Got a good picture of that. Yeah, we'll send that to the spot. You did. Let them know. Hey, I can't go nowhere. This recap that you got on here is tearing up. It ain't acting right. It ain't good. It needs to be changed immediately. So we're gonna have to go to the tire shop as soon as we leave here and get this tire changed. Just a part of the process, baby. Just a part of the process, baby. We're gonna get on this door and get this satchel on our back first, though. Get this money on our back. See if they got another load. Well, if they got another load, we could go get that other load first. Then we'll worry about tires. As long as the other load ain't 150 miles or more. I think I probably can only go about 100 miles on that tire right now. Yeah. I don't really want to go 100. I don't really want to go more than 70 miles on that tire. Got to chomp the wheel. I'll be back. All right, we back. Tire need to be changed, gas tank on E, and I pushed in my yellow when I hit the dark though, because my truck will keep cutting off. I can't believe it. We 10 minutes in and I ain't getting y'all a word yet. Here we go. My bad for all the life stuff. I said I wasn't gonna put none of my life stuff on here. I don't think I put too much on here. I just sort of giving out a little advice on things, in my opinion, on situations that, you know, currently dealing with, type situations, and how you could deal with them better. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. But we in Judges. It's Judges chapter 7. Gideon 300 chosen men. Then Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and all the people who were with him rose early and camped beside the spring of Harod, and camp of Midian was on the north side of them by the hill of Morah in the valley. The Lord said to Gideon, the people who are with you are too many for me to give Midian into their hands, for Israel will become boastful, saying, my own power has delivered me. Now therefore, come, proclaim in the hearing of the people, saying, whoever is afraid and trembling, let him return and depart from Mount Gilead. So 22,000 people returned, but 10,000 remained. So they had 30,000 people, or 32,000 people, and 22,000 of them was pussycat. Scary. We can't blame people for being scared because they was there. They was ready to go to and die. Like, I'm spooked, but I'm ready to go to war for my tribe. So you can't blame them people for being scared of war. That's like me telling you right now, we finna go to somewhere overseas, Russia, China, wherever, Korea, wherever we got beef. To my Russians, to my Chinese, to my Koreans, I don't got no beef with y'all. That's just what they be propagating over here, like it's a problem between Russia and all that. So yeah, so 22,000 people went back. Verse 4. Then the Lord said to Gideon, the people are still too many. Bring them down to the water, and I will test them for you there. Therefore it shall be that he whom I say to you, this one shall go with you, he shall go with you. But everyone whom I say to you, this one shall not go with you, he shall not go. So he brought the people down to the water, and the Lord said to Gideon, you shall separate everyone who laps the water with his tongue as a dog laps, as well as everyone who kneels to drink. Now the number of those who lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, was 300 men. But all the rest of the people kneeled to drink the water. The Lord said to Gideon, I will deliver you with the 300 men who lapped, and give the Midianites into your hands. So all the other people go, each man to his home. So the 300 men took the people's provision and their trumpets into their hand. And Gideon sent all the other men of Israel, each to his tent, but retained the 300 men, and the camp of Midian was below him in the valley. Now the same night it came about that the Lord said to him, arise, go down against the camp, for I have given it into your hands. But if you are afraid to go down, go with Paru, your servant, down to the camp, and you will hear what they say. And afterwards your hands will be strengthened, that you may go down against the camp. So he went with Paru, his servant, down to the outpost of the army that was in camp. So he went with Paru, his servant, down to the outpost of his servants, down to the outpost of the army that was in the camp. Now the Midianites and the Amalekites, and all the sons of the east were laying in the valley, as numerous as locusts, and their camels were without number, as numerous as the sand on the seashore. When Gideon came, behold, a man was relating a dream to his friend, and he said, behold, I had a dream. A loaf of barley bread was tumbling into the camp of Midian, and it came to the tent and struck it so that it fell, and turned it upside down, so that the tent lay flat. His friends replied, this is nothing less than the sword of Gideon, the son of Joshua, a man of Israel. God has given Midian and all the camp into his hand. When Gideon heard the account of the dream and its interpretation, he bowed and worshiped. He returned to the camp of Israel and said, arise, for the Lord has given the camp of Midian into your hand. He divided the 300 men into 3 companies, And he put trumpets and empty pitchers into the hand of all of them, with torches inside the pitchers. He said to them, look at me and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outskirts of the camp, do as I do. When I and all who are with me blow the trumpet, then you also blow the trumpet all around the camp and say, for the Lord and for Gideon. Confusion of the enemy. So Gideon and the 100 men who were with him came to the outskirts of the camp. At the beginning of the middle watch, when they had just posted the watch, and they blew the trumpets and smashed the pitchers that were in their hands, when the 3 companies blew the trumpets and broke the pitchers, they held the torches in their left hands and the trumpets in their right hand for blowing, and cried, a sword for the Lord and for Gideon. Each stood in his place around the camp, and all the army ran, crying out as they fled. When they blew 300 trumpets, the Lord set the sword of one against another, even throughout the whole army. And the army fled as far as Belshittah. And it literally says Belshittah, Shittah, towards Zerah, as far as the edge of Abel Molah by Tabah. The men of Israel were summoned from Naphtali and Asher and all Manasseh, and they pursued Midian. Now I'm going to break it down right quick, because of these names I just read. Sometimes the names are like hard to pronounce, so you go back and read them yourself. You know what I'm saying? Probably a better reader than me. Congratulations to you. Start your YouTube channel. If you get rich, send me a donation and all that. But it's in verse 22. It says, when they blew 300 trumpets, the Lord set the sword one another, even throughout the whole army. And the army fled as far as Belshittah towards Zerah, Zererah, Zerah, as far as the edge of Abel Meholah. Abel Meholah, that's probably a town named after Abel, and by Tabbath, Tabbath. I'm sure Tabbath is a name that I seen in one of the tribes. Like when you go through Genesis and you get the numbers or whatever it is, when they talk about the genealogy, you just gonna see this one begot that one, this one begot that one, this one. It becomes repetitive, but I try to read all those names because later on in time you'll see something like this, and you can realize that this town is named out of somebody from when Abraham was first around, whatever generation they came through, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, whatever part of the Bible they was in. Sometimes they have towns named after them because it be so many of them. Like they really was tribes, like a lot of people in the Bible. So where we was at? Gideon sent messengers throughout all the hill country of Ephraim, saying, come down against Midian and take the waters before them, as far as the Beth-barah in the Jordan. So all the men of Ephraim were summoned, and they took the waters as far as Beth-barah in the Jordan. They captured the 2 leaders of Midian, Oreb and Zebah, and they killed Oreb at the rock of Oreb, and they killed Zebah at the winepress of Zebah, while they pursued Midian. And they brought the heads of Oreb and Zebah to Gideon from across the Jordan. Yeah, so that was chapter 7 of Judges. Hope y'all got something from that. It's a little earlier in the day. I'm getting another satchel on my back. I'll probably be back through here with another verse for y'all today, just because I've been feeling out of touch and trying to get myself back together and back on track and not be floating. So I ain't been here with you, but I'm here now. I'm in the Word. God is with me. And it's out for me to win. No matter how, that's another thing I want to drop on y'all too. No matter how rough your situation is looking, just stay prayed up. Because God can turn anything meant to harm you, meant to hurt you, that was meant for your downfall, into a blessing. And sometimes we can have punishment due, problems arising because of things that we have done in the past. And God is teaching us a lesson and punishing us now. But he also is a forgiving God. So it's nothing for God to forgive you of your sins and to give you a second chance. So I'm a believer that people deserve a second chance. So don't just cancel people out when they mess up. You might have to feed them from a long spoon though, for sure. All right, we here to Increase your financial IQ because we want to be smarter to get more money too. Remember what I told you? I know my other clothing brand coming. I'm going to keep the names under wraps until I get the LLC. When I get the LLC, I let you know what it is. If you heard me speak on it in one of the other videos, cool. If not, you'll see it when I get the LLC. Till then, I'm going to leave the other clothing brand anonymous. But I just tell you this. Get on your hustle. Try to have more than one source of income. All right. The second type of a budget surplus. Byron states a budget surplus is an excess of income overspending a government, corporation, or individual over a particular period of time. Notice the words excess of income overspending. This does not necessarily mean living below one's mean. The definition does not say a surplus is credited due to a reduction of spending. Although a reduction of spending may lead to an excess of income, it does mean focusing on creating excess income. Financial IQ number 1, making more money. Rich Dad loves the word excess of income. Just what I was talking about. Having more than one hustle, excess of income. Excessive income, excessive, not excess, not access, excessive. EXCESS, excess of income. This chapter is about excessive income rather than reducing expenses and living below your means. That part. So the next sentence says budget surplus of a government. Byron states a government with a surplus may choose to start new government programs or cut taxes. There are some issues with this statement. The problem number 1 is that when governments create a surplus, they spend the money. Here's how government contracts work. If a government agency is efficient and saves money, the agency is punished instead of rewarded by having next year's budget reduced. To avoid this, most government agencies spend all their budgeted money even if they do not need to. This means costs keep going up and the chance of a government budget surplus are slim to none. In other words, government bureaucracies are designed to operate on a budget deficit, and regardless of who is in power, taxes will go up. How Democrats manage a budget. Everyone ready? Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this last little thing. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna start it. I'm gonna come back to y'all later. That's where we're gonna stop at. But this the next diagram they showing. You can pause it and look at it. Hopefully you can see it clear. That's the next diagram. Pause it, look at it, dissect it. And it's called How Democrats Manage a Budget. We'll be back to see how the Democrats manage a budget and probably get some more Bible reading in. Try to drop 2 to 3 videos from now on instead of 1. Let's get busy. Millionaire Mission, tap in.